Hey, what's going on? It is April Fools, where they say we are, where the apps actually came to be real life kids. Girls, boys, others, know your own gender, please. We're going to do a fun reading here. I am at the Pirate Kanta house with my little girl that's saying, hello, we're going to answer questions today about those relationships that needed a view from the Delphi. And you see, we've got a little bit of a Stonehenge thing going on here at the backyard of A to Z, where the whiz kids said, Oz, our way. Dessert us, please. We love dessert. So I'm going to be doing a reading, and I'm just, bless you, baby, going to say her and him. But you know your own gender and your own spin. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and you're going to know whether or not your characters match in these narratives. They might not. I could be reading for a lot of people. It might not be you. In fact, if it is, most likely you'll find it in your moon or rising sign, because I'm a moon guy. So dead guy came back to life calling Apocalypso, and usually it's the moon reading or the rising sign that shows up for a lot of people. So you might want to have a look-see at those. We're going to pull 7 cards with sneaky little Rider-Waite-Smiths that are already showing us, hey, there's the theme for the reading today. What is this sneaky shit all about? I'm going to pull this card out of the deck. We're just going to see, what is it that was so elusive in these relationships with maybe one that got away or tried to get away with something like the Bitcoin lies of Inception that I'm calling all about. We're nuts for crackers over here, because it's time to know about the 2 silver that were left and the 7 that never got traded for the magical dress. And 7 cards for that. What's on their mind? What's on your mind? What are they feeling? What are you feeling? What are they doing? What are you doing? And what's the common thing in the middle? And then we might pull a little more insight from some romance angels that tried to find their virtue in a box of cards with a Y that never ends for friends. And we might take a look with another lens, because I've got the chatty sibillas that give us an insight about what the advice might be on the common factors. More to come inside your reading, friends. You're beautiful, and here's where it all ends, with hopefully a new lens. Catch you on the inside. Hey, what's going on, Virgo? Back to do your reading. So we had a culprit in common, and I just pulled out some sage. This 7 of swords, sneaky tippy toes over here, came up for all of us. This is sort of the culprit in common for who got fooled with this April stuff. And were we apps from the beginning that came to be eyes on in real life? Maybe. I see things a little bit differently, and we're just going to see what might have been obfuscating the truth, or where this kind of cheaty energy might have been showing up for some of you. And I'm just hearing somebody, they keep talking to me about a Cancer moon or something, and I'm seeing 7 here, which can be a, Cancerian sort of indication sometimes with a 7, or something to do with timing, depending on how it shows up. But hearing for you all, that might be significant about whoever is involved. And what we're going to do is just take a look at both sides of this. What's on your thoughts? What's on their thoughts? What's on the emotions on both sides? Actions, and what you have in common as a disposition. And I want to do some clarity with the romance angels and the sibillas. So potentially a lot of different messages will come up. It won't just be one story. Yours might not even be in here, and that's fine. You might want to check your moon or your rising, because I tend to be more of a moon and rising guy anyway. So on her mind, I say her for the sake of telling the narrative. On his mind, know your own characters and if there's a gender involved. Not for me to say. I'm just going to make this easy for me to read. Okay, so whatever it is that you've been trying to walk away from, I'm hearing it was like literally like almost like walking into a trap is what it is, the way they're showing me this. Like somebody kind of going backwards saying like, I hope I don't get seen doing this. I'm trying to leave what's important in front of you is what I'm hearing, and somebody like took it, ran with it, and they're talking about times and somebody's like sun moon opposition and something that sometimes doesn't go right with Virgos being mercurial and coming out of this like Mercury retrograde that we just had. It might have been especially difficult for some of you, being that it was in the sign of Pisces, and it's a highly intuitive, like turbulent emotional energy. But they're showing me these 9 cups that were looking underneath whatever this was upside down with whatever somebody might be trying to turn their back on, or whatever you were putting out there that you had to pretend like you weren't interested in. I'm hearing there might be something good about it, but I'm also hearing that whoever caught everything and was nurturing it in their lap feels like this person is smug. So not saying that's you, Virgo, but it could very well be you. Know your own narrative on here. Let's go ahead and get into the other part of the reading. I'm going to go ahead and turn this so you can see what's in front of me. There we go. All right. I've got this poser snap thing and wobbles. Okay. So, all right, Virgo. See what's on her mind. So, we've got a 3 of Pentacles reversed. I heard it was a work deal that went bum, and I'm hearing whoever it was that was trying to show up really didn't get anything, but turned around is what they're saying. Wow. Okay, what was on, we'll say, his mind? Well, there's a King of Swords here. Somebody's been on someone's mind. Whoever this is on this side, I'll say he, she, they, other. I'm saying he for the sake of how I'm telling the story. If they're not actually a King of Swords themselves, which doesn't necessarily have to be an air tribe person, but a lot of times it's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person. This is somebody that might be on their mind. This could be a character that's on their mind, who in that case might be the Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that is somehow involved. But I'm also hearing about somebody that just was being dogmatic, is what they're saying. They were being dogmatic and they were not being cooperative. And I hear they thought they were going to get their hands on everything and take off with the prize. It was like, no, I'm the guy with my hand on it. I'm the one that wrote it, and boo. But what they didn't realize is that there's a whole camp here, and that whoever was on display here, I'm hearing, was actually inside of a secret shell, is how they're telling me. It's like there was a mole. They didn't realize that they were in the company of everybody else, and they thought it was the other way around. So it's like the witness was there. Somebody thought that maybe they were in a situation where they were being cooperated with a certain way, but really and truthfully, they were being singled out to be witnessed for what they were doing. And in this case, I'm hearing caught. So, all right, let's see what's on her feelings. Well, we've got the 9 of Wands showing up, and this is somebody that's been through it, and I'm hearing like tired of it, and they're not going to put up with one more, is what I heard. I heard, you were already pushing and I don't even have any more, is what I'm hearing. I have like no more threshold for whatever this is. This person here has like literally been through a war. They've fought for everything they have around them. They're probably fiery, creative, passionate, maybe really pissed off and tired too. You can see they look like they've been beat down. They're kind of hanging onto this stick. And I'm just hearing, it's like, you think you're going to come for me, but there's nothing else you can come for, is really what it is. Emotionally. The good part about this, though, is this is somebody that actually does have that one spoon left. They're not showing it to you here, but this is a 9. This actually goes to 10 in the sequence of events and what energies are possible. And so, although they have been drained significantly by whoever this person is that might have come in saying the right thing, looking like they were doing the right thing, being present, and maybe having a certain stature. You know, a lot of times it's somebody with a legal profession or a writer or a doctor, some kind of analytical person. I see a lot of astrologers show up like this, you know, where they're going to tell you how it's been written, you know, and they have a certain stature because of where they're coming from. And so I'm just seeing about some people here, where whoever that person is, that might be exposed to what comes next in the sequence of events with this one here, because there's nowhere else for this guy to go. This guy is sitting at the top of the throne, and they're upright here, so they could very well be this person that was showing up maybe a little bit smug, sitting up, or maybe having had too much to drink while they were talking about what it is that they're doing, in the presence of somebody who maybe was nurturing something very carefully. And this person here, being aware of where the lack was and whatever cooperation was happening for this Virgo, and feeling like, you know what, if there's anything left, it's staying here with me. I turn my back on this. So there's a level of strength that is inherent with this too. And that's kind of what's on this person's mind. It's like what they can do to keep standing up, you know? So let's see what's on the his side. Hey, we got a Two of Cups here. I'm hearing somebody saying, you just don't understand. You don't understand. And I'm hearing about the fickle nature of the heart with somebody who is learning to express emotions. So please keep in mind, some of these could be multiple stories. This is not just one story going on and on and on. I get different messages from spirit as I'm touching the cards and witnessing the smoke and things going on in my body. What I'm hearing about right now is somebody that might not come across very emotional. And somebody who maybe feels like they just didn't even get the cooperation and they had already been through it. And how this person is kind of on, I don't want to say it's an emotional teeter-totter, but it's not far off from, if I could give you an awareness that I'm getting, how somebody with articulate words might have a very sharp sword. It's effective, but it cuts both ways. You know what I mean? And it can be piercing, and how, especially if this is somebody that witnessed something shady going on and might have had their eye on these two things, maybe these thoughts or these two people, which could even be self and other, while this shit's going on and somebody's making off with a prize, and this person being like, no, I got my hand on this one. I don't know what to say about this one. And when it comes out, there's going to be a joust and a jab, and the sword cuts both ways. And with the Two of Cups, this could be a friendly card. It could be soulmate energy that is not very developed in a romantic way, but it could also go that way too. When I see it with this energy here, I'm hearing it's more like the double-edged sword of like the love dose coming from this person too, because it's right in your face. And so it's like, if you've ever had someone in your life that's strong in air element and they fall in love, it can be kind of like this, like, well, you don't know what you're going to get, because something got cut for them to sometimes become emotional like that, and it could be a lot. And so I'm literally seeing something like having been cut, and it's like somebody's like trying to cut something off, and I don't know. They're telling me it's like, here's what you do with the umbilicus when you really care. And I'm hearing that like on somebody's mind, and so you're going to know if that's for you. I'm hearing very specific messages about how to created, and so they're showing me what a fusion looks like for somebody that might have put a lot of energy into something and maybe misconstrued what the participation was with another person, is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's go ahead and let's move on. Let's see what she's been doing. Hey, hard at work, or hardly working, or I can't work like this. It turned my work life upside down. This is somebody that, if they're showing up this way, 8 of Pentacles, that's a really cool coin card. This is somebody that is very much focused on gainful employment. They're gaining and they're so busy. This is like whistle while you work, and seriously, like tuned out the rest of the world. It seems so small and behind you and insignificant because you're in your art here, in your element, but it's upside down. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's like, this is what happened when you turn your back on your family and when you proved that you were not there for us. And I'm hearing, how could you do that when you knew that, you know, I was with child, there was a third coming, and, you know, you were working, and what's going on? You know, it's like somebody wondering what's happening. And I'm hearing for somebody, they need to know there was maybe a screen, is what they're showing me, over what you were being allowed to see. It's literally like somebody had their hand up and were blocking something because they knew that they were in a position to cover up, is what I just heard it. And what they're showing me is it has something to do with like how this person's back kept being turned. And I'm hearing it's like whoever this person is here, looks like she was really busy working. It's like seriously busy working. I'm hearing she thought she had some partnership. There was some partnership that was going on here. And they're showing me some people that were like participating together. I don't know if they were actually business coworkers or just like associates or whatever, but they could have been business partners. We're just talking about it. But I'm hearing it's like while she was really busy, something happened, and it was around a friend's birthday that's in September of last year, is what they were saying. And I don't know what it is. It's a very specific message. I'm hearing go light on it. Some of these guides just said go light on it. They might be watching, and I'm not trying to delve into your third party shit, but it came up and they're saying it's because this person knew they were being perceived like this. And I'm hearing they could just put their hand in the bag, is what it was. It's like all he had to do was put his hand in there and then be like, look what I did. And I'm hearing he even paid somebody to make a PowerPoint presentation. The bag was red. And he keeps saying something about the red shoes, but there were no red shoes. And I'm hearing that if you actually pay attention to the words he said, and you know anything about like catching a liar in the act and neurolinguistic programming, it was a really easy way to say where he was looking and what he was fixated on. And it's kind of like, you know, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. It's like something that's right in front of you. So here's what he has had going on. Well, it's what you're willing to trade time and money for. And I'm hearing it's a dance. It's like, here's what I do. I do it this way, and it's this, and it's that. And I'm hearing it might just be like a juggling dance. They're showing me somebody that's like mixing a lot of drinks while they're doing it too. It's like, I'm hearing that whatever he's doing, it's like he does it drinking a lot. And it's like, hey, I always laugh because a lot of times people will be like, hey, this is how I do my spiritual work. I'm like, yes, I see that. And there's a way to consume spirits too. And there's a way to be consumed by spirits. And so I'm just seeing somebody that is showing very openly how they did that. And I'm seeing somebody being like, this is why I chose not to work with you. It's like, I had to turn my back on this because, you know, you're up here on this throne saying me, 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 me. And, you know, people don't realize what you've been doing emotionally, battering. And, you know, having to turn their back on whoever they were working with is what I'm hearing. And it's like, the guy's just back there, like, bending it is what I'm hearing. They just said he just, like, bends it and he bends it. And I don't know what that means, but they're literally showing me other people's stuff. And it's like, you know, just, I heard that if it has to do with somebody who made a PowerPoint presentation about something that was taken out of somebody's bag, I don't know if this is old. I've gotten a lot of messages like this for different people, you know, about the thief. I'm hearing that they just said it really, I said it's, all right, they told me that's not an 11, that's a 2, and that this isn't a 7, that these two together are 17, and that around 17 or 18, whoever this is, has something out there that they don't want you to see. And it's like what they were doing on a beach somewhere for money. And I'm not going to make any assumptions about what that is. This could be different people doing different things, but I'm hearing it's like, I'm hearing the photos are real. and that there wasn't photoshopping in that. And that what's funny is that whoever made the PowerPoint for the person also has information about whatever that film was. And so they can catch this person in 2 different ways because of an association. And so if you want to like find out who was making the false, it's like, be careful where you've been dropping the stink. So, all right, here's what's been showing up in between as the common factor. And we get this Knight of Wands again. You might want to watch the last reading. This is very interesting. I've shuffled these cards profusely, and same card, same place, same position as the Taurus reading that is actually uploading right now. So once I'm done with this, I don't know, if you haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. You might be dealing with a Taurus. You might have Taurus somewhere strong in your natal constitution yourself. But there could also just be a real, I'm hearing it's a shitty fire sign guy, but he's showing up right here. And I'm hearing he was propped up there. They said it's a prop. And they're showing me this like a carousel horse. I'm hearing it's just like smoke and mirrors. And it's literally like, look what I can do. And it's not real. And so they said that he caught somebody who had red hair off guard with something that he said. And this isn't the one that drugged the person. I'm hearing another thing about somebody that actually literally stuck something. It looked like they were putting pepper or something into somebody's drink. I'm seeing it very clearly, but this one wasn't that one. This one is about the thief. I'm hearing she had something red on her hair, or like a scarf, or maybe her hair is just like really, 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 really red. And he went and literally just, they're saying it's almost like cat caught the tongue, but I'm hearing it's like he grabbed her by her hair is what they're saying. And I don't know if it's not a violent thing. It's like they're showing me somebody who was just like trying to get into somebody's mind is what they're saying. And it's very strange because they keep showing me like something wrapped around that person's head. It's like they couldn't hear it, or they were going to that person for guidance, but there's a cautionary note all over it. And I'm hearing that whoever it is, it's going to be very easy to see that even if they're showing upright in this situation, the fact of what their position is, who they are, how this person may have access to them for help. I'm hearing that this person went here because of this situation where they felt like, imagine how this person probably feels coming from a war, standing there, looking guarded, head injured, holding onto that wand like, oh my God, please don't hurt me or I'm going to F you up kind of thing. And maybe feeling like their world got turned upside down, having gone here. I'm hearing it's going to be very obvious what state this person is in versus this person. If this is about child custody, about money, about some weird nuptial thing that got penciled in later. I was hearing about yesterday when I was doing these readings. You might want to check some of the other ones. But I'm hearing it's going to be very clear who this is and what they get away with just because they got propped up. All right, we gotta move on. Let's see what we get for romance angels. We're gonna look at her, we're gonna look at him. Do a little bit more shuffling for you, my dear Virgo. And they also said 2 peas in the same pod. I'm hearing it's like, way to split a brain. Wow. And this is about, for somebody, I'm hearing it's just like, here's somebody else though that's showing up. Okay, I'm seeing something. I gotta put these down because this actually deserves to be said here. Totally different, totally different. Here's a situation that's showing up. I'm hearing that they keep saying cleric. I don't know why I'm hearing that for this person, but I'm hearing cleric very clearly for this person. I'm hearing this one is the last one called for the long haul. And they're saying that it's about the pill that didn't get taken. There was a pill that didn't get taken. Whatever that is, they said somebody's going to know wow or ow what didn't happen. And they're saying it's like 2 peas in the same pod. I'm hearing that that's exactly what it is, and that somebody has proof, and that this is not romantic at all here. This is somebody that is being consulted about this, about whatever won't be able to be a deception because of what they can prove because of that view, I'm hearing that this is another one of those situations where the person that thought they were getting away with it was really on the reverse end of a witness. They were being reverse analyzed, thinking they were in the other situation. It's like counterintelligence. But in that situation here, I'm hearing this person is upside down in these different ways, wondering if they should hire or trust this individual. And I'm hearing, go with your gut on this one, okay? I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I hear clearly. And all I'm hearing here is trust your judgment on this one, because somebody's going to be able to tell you the truth. And sometimes it's just like, what the fuck was happening in this situation? I need to know. And, you know, this coming up right when somebody decides, you know what, I might be willing to cooperate with this person that seems to be doing a due diligence because I'm in this state and I don't have any more spoons for anybody else. This last spoon is for me. And this person did show up right, with the cups upright, and proving what they have in their hands is what I'm hearing. And so you're going to have to know where you fit in these. But here's where we're going with romance angels. These are kind of a lottery with me. I get a ton of messages. And, you know, if you ever want one with just your energy on it, just hit me up. I'm at artoflove.me. You can go to book.artoflove.me and get right into my schedule where I'll do a live reading with you. Something like this. And you get a recording for later. So for her, honeymoon. Yeah, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. I hear she needs it. I hear that that's what she's upset about. And one of them is actually saying very clearly, we needed to do this before I had the child. We had to wait. And they're telling me 17 months. I'm hearing it's 17 months, too long for this, and that it's time for the honeymoon. And that there's a special sitting room is what I'm hearing. I don't know. Something about the sitting room and where the baby goes. But here's the second one. This one's for him. Release your ex. Yeah, your time has come to clear your energy. So if there was a 3-party situation, we were hearing about one of those earlier too. These could be totally different romance situations. These don't have to both be the same one. We're hearing about how there might have been somebody else and like trying to cut one for the other, making that. That might be what this situation is about. And I'm hearing for somebody, it's less than like release your ex and like clearing your energy. It's more about how this person needs to know that that's already what you did, because, you know, they might be over it, whatever it is. I hear that they're on a short freaking leash with you, or vice versa. Somebody is, because they've had it. You know, there's no fuse left here. They're burned out. And so I'm hearing that for some of you, this is bad communication. And I'm hearing it's because you still talk to somebody too much. And maybe you're working with them, but it's like they have you by the... And this person does not like it. So you need to, you know, take a look if it's yours and maybe reconsider the things that you're communicating with somebody that maybe just reaches for you, because they might be your gas hole. You know, sometimes we have these people that aren't quite the ask holes we want, that gas your energy and light you up on fire because of narcissistic reasons. And so sometimes you need to put an end to whatever this communication is. All right, we're going to leave it there. I'm going to get 3 more, give you a little clarity with these sibillas. See what we can find out on this Knight of Wands. Get ourselves a little bit of perhaps advice or additional information. All right, sibillas. Here's our VIRGO need to know about these April Fools. And the love that rules. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so we've got the Literado. It's literally somebody that maybe wrote the book, wrote something. Definitely has a pen, the book in their hand, and some kind of X thing with what was written on it showing up. next to, somebody got their hooks into something, and wow, a book that came through the ethers that somebody might have been hooked for. Or what they waited for. And we got 2 sevens there. 7's an interesting thing. We're in the time of Chiron. I know a lot about these numbers, by the way. Numbers. This particular one talks about the gates that never happened in the stars that some of us see through when we realize that we might have already learned to walk on water and mothershipped. So, we also have a little angel coming in from the sky, perhaps proving what the messages were, or something about the pregnancy. And there's an 8 there. It's showing up again, and they're telling me this has to do with something for a very specific person. I just need to know that definitely says 8 right there. And she is holding some kind of apparatus that's got hooks that might look like something that could have anchored a mermaid. But I'm hearing that she, if this is a she, might have like a Leo rising or a Leo moon, and that something literally blew through, not the wind, but maybe through her hair, and she knows something about the book and how it was written. And that's a very specific message for somebody. But for somebody else, I'm hearing, especially if this is that King of Swords, maybe learning how to open up his mouth in a way that's like, here's my heart, and I'm trying to make a gentle offer, and I've got these cutting words. I'm mercurial. I speak, and it's direct. And, I've been juggling this thing. Maybe he's trying to release something. And I'm hearing, he might need to just close the book on what he's written and not beat himself up too much, and just make sure that he knows she was already hooked. And it's just about being gentle about the offer. And they said, think about what would be safe and cool for a baby to hear. Like, I don't know if you've ever been around like a 3 or 4-year-old. They are so awesome to talk to. They're funny. They make jokes. They get things. And sometimes they're going to teach you some things that really get lost on profanity. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave it right there. That was coming through really strong for somebody. And make sure you check your moon and your rising, because sometimes those are a little bit more strong for the way I read. And hit me up if I can help you with a personal at artoflove.me. Take care, and we'll catch you again soon. We're back for another one. Promise that you'll catch me. What do you need to know right now? Have you ever tried talking to an intuitive or a psychic to ask these questions? Were you left hanging, or how did it go for you? There might be a reason why some of your questions were not answered, and I have a special secret to share with you. It's something that your astrologers probably can't even talk to you about because they simply do not know. So who am I? Well, my name is Jacob, and I'm a guy that actually came back from the dead. I was resuscitated. I had a medical miracle after malpractice, and I learned some things when I crossed over the Nano Bridge about the 0 point frequency and the Stargate that nobody's talking to you about. The cosmic vortex that mathematically can prove who you are down to numbers and digits and letters, just like cryptocurrency, IP addresses, and the SIM card in your phone, and can explain the simulation that you might have jumped into in your body. If your astrologer's not talking to you about it that way, they probably just can't. The good news is, you don't have to be caught on a treadmill, because what I've learned is a specific way to calculate where you are in the fractal of the cosmos. What it allows us to do is literally see who different people are in your path. And it's literally like playing chess. We can figure out who plays what archetype here, there, and remove anything that is clouding your view of what is here in your life, and hopefully empowering you to make better decisions. So if you're tired of feeling like you only ever get this much information and it only gets you that much braver until you hit a wall again, this is why. So what I'd like to do today is invite you to click on that link that says, yes, I want to know. It's going to take you to a page where you can fill out some details so I know how to talk to you. And go ahead and submit that. You will have joined artoflove.me. I would love to be in touch with you. Looking forward to it. Take care. We'll catch you again soon.